Depending on where you live, violent crime is a huge problem. Of the 50 most dangerous cities in the world, 47 of them are in the Americas, with the remaining 3 in South Africa. But this danger is compounded for celebrities, who unintentionally become targets to enemies and obsessive fans alike. As a result, many opt to hire backup. Today we are looking at the craziest celebrity bodyguards. Many people consider Kendrick Lamar to be the greatest rapper of his generation. His mixture of impressive flow, pop potential, and social message separate him from almost every other rapper in the game. On the heels of his genre-defining, chart-topping standout Damn, Kendrick has been on a sold-out world tour for several years. Damn, which was released in April 2018, won the 2018 Pulitzer Prize for Music. It was the first time a non-classical or jazz artist had received the accolade. But fans also know that K-Dot is not the tallest individual. At 5'6", he is relatively diminutive and needs some backup when dealing with his hordes of adoring fans. That's where his enormous bodyguard comes in. Kendrick was pictured with an absolute ogre of an individual outside of a concert in Australia. The bodyguard, whose name has not been released, was visibly at least 7 feet tall and was extremely muscular. The man is pictured as he rocks a Top Dog Entertainment hoodie and generally looks menacing just from his stature. With security like him around, it's almost a given that nobody will try to mess with Kendrick. In the meantime, fans are eager for Kendrick to release more music. Kylie Jenner first entered the public eye as the youngest child on the wildly popular reality show Keeping Up with the Kardashians. But since then, she launched her own makeup brand, Kylie Cosmetics, which is valued at $900 million. This means her overall net worth is well over $1 billion, surpassing both her older siblings and her parents. But with all these assets, she has a dire need for added security. She has a dedicated bodyguard named Tim Chung. He has been at the center of numerous tabloids and rumors about his relationship with Jenner. In fact, the internet is obsessed with Tim Chung. The obsession spiraled so far out of control that some fans cooked up a theory that Chung, who is also a part-time model and LAPD officer, is actually Stormy Webster's dad. No longer a background player in the life of Kylie, Chung has amassed nearly 500,000 followers on Instagram. He finally came out of silence to address the rumor. "I am a very private person and would normally never answer to gossip in stories that are so ridiculous that they are laughable," he wrote in a statement posted to his Instagram feed. "Out of deep respect for Kylie, Travis, their daughter, and their families, I would like to set their record straight and say that my interactions with Kylie and her family have been limited in a strictly professional capacity." Drake breaks the mold of the average rapper in a number of ways. He grew up in a middle-class Jewish family in Toronto and got his first taste of fame on the after-school special Degrassi. Over the course of a decade, Drake has become one of the biggest names in hip-hop history. He holds several Billboard chart records. He has the most charted songs at 186 among solo artists in the history of the Billboard Hot 100, the most simultaneously charted Hot 100 songs in a single week at 27, the most time on the Hot 100 at 431 weeks, and the most Hot 100 debuts in a week at 23. But as one of the most successful rappers of all time, he needs a full posse of protection to keep him out of harm's way. Unfortunately for him, that has backfired in the past. Earlier this year, he was sued by a nightclub worker who claimed that Drake's bodyguard beat him mercilessly for no reason. Shawn Mendes was also victimized by this bodyguard when he approached Drake at a concert. Though he didn't beat him up, Mendes was detained until Drake instructed the bodyguard to release him. The mysterious individual is named Baka, and though he has an extensive criminal record, he is Drake's close friend and is signed to his label as well. Baka, who has been previously convicted on human trafficking and assault charges, has collaborated with Drake on his debut mixtape. Adele Adkins, simply known as Adele, grew up in a working-class neighborhood in Tottenham, England, and quickly grew into one of the most popular artists of the millennium. After building anticipation in Britain with some well-received live performances, Adele released her first album, 19, in 2008, which debuted at #1 on the British album chart. Subsequently, she received much praise for her unique and soulful voice. Later, her second album, 21, was released, which had several hits including Rolling in the Deep and Someone Like You. And the multimillionaire is in need of a bodyguard to deal with obsessive fans. But ironically, her fans then became enthralled with her hunky bodyguard, Peter Van Der Veen. Peter Van Der Veen has a long history in the world of celebrities. He previously worked for Lady Gaga between 2010 and 2015. The two became very close during their time working together, and Peter even featured on one of her songs, Government Hooker, from the album Born This Way. As well as protecting famous singers, Peter used to be somewhat of a celebrity himself when he was crowned Mr. Europe 2005 in a bodybuilding competition. Jennifer Lopez is a hip-hop and R&B superstar, better known as J-Lo, who has sold over 20 million records worldwide. She released her debut album On the 6 in 1999 and followed it up with the certified quadruple platinum album J-Lo in 2001. Her best-known songs include Waiting for Tonight, If You Had My Love, Love Don't Cost a Thing, and Jenny from the Block. Born on July 24, 1969 in the Bronx, New York, Jennifer Lopez danced on the TV show In Living Color before her starring role in the film Selena. Since then, she has become one of the biggest stars in both the world of film and music. Understandably, J-Lo needs reinforcements when she is out in public, but she has had her fair share of issues with bodyguards. In 2001, she was forced to fire her bodyguard when he was caught trying to smuggle hash into Canada in his socks. Then in 2018, her bodyguard ran over a paparazzi in her car. As their flashbulbs began going off, the driver pulled out slowly, but the car clipped one of the photographers. The unnamed photographer was seen knocked to the ground, and at one point his leg appeared to be pinned underneath the wheel of her huge SUV. According to witnesses, the driver stopped to blame photographers who had gathered at the back of the restaurant. At only 33 years old, Stephanie Joanne Angelina Germanotta, better known by her stage name Lady Gaga, is one of the most important entertainers in contemporary pop music. Having sold 27 million albums and 146 million singles as of January 2016, Gaga is one of the best-selling music artists in history. Her achievements include several Guinness World Records, 6 Grammys, 3 Brit Awards, and an award from the Songwriters Hall of Fame and the Council of Fashion Designers of America. We've already met her former bodyguard Peter Van Der Veen, the hunky former bodybuilder who currently works for Adele. He is also featured as background vocals on Government Hooker off Born This Way. He is known by Lady Gaga as simply Pete, and her new bodyguard is equally head-turning. Gaga has been playing night after night during her Enigma residency in Las Vegas, but it's one of her security guards that fans can't stop talking about. During a recent show, the Shallow singer's protector was spotted rocking out to Beautiful Dirty Rich while she performed. The bodyguard can be seen singing and bopping his head along with the music in a video that's been shared more than 1,000 times on Twitter and viewed almost 100,000 times. One of the best parts of Enigma was this security guard knowing the lyrics to Beautiful Dirty Rich and not caring who knew it, the fan who shot the video wrote. Little is known about this individual. Floyd Mayweather is one of the most celebrated figures in boxing. He has a world record 26 consecutive wins and was proven to be the most accurate pugilist in boxing history, and his success as both a boxer and a promoter have earned him a terrific sum over the course of his lifetime. It was this lifetime of commitment that led him to a record of 84-6 as an amateur, along with several titles, including Michigan Golden Gloves, national championships, and a bronze medal at the Olympic Games in 1996. Though it's clear that Mayweather can protect himself, he can't be on guard at all times, and that's where his bodyguard comes in. And he doesn't just have one bodyguard, rather he has a full crew. Whenever you see Floyd Mayweather, he is always accompanied by his team of bodyguards, but they have had their fair share of difficulties. In fact, one was shot outside of a Las Vegas hotel room in 2018. Gregor La Rosa, one of the retired boxer's personal bodyguards, was shot in the leg by an unknown shooter. Another bodyguard was accused of punching a fan in the face at a mall appearance in Miami. Perhaps Mayweather's pugnacious spirit is contagious to the other members of his crew. Cheryl Cole, better known anonymously as Cheryl, is a British pop singer who rose to fame in late 2002 upon winning a place in Girls Aloud, a girl group created through ITV's Pop Stars. Cheryl and her bandmates, Nicola Roberts, Sarah Harding, Nadine Coyle, and Kimberly Walsh, became overnight sensations in the UK. By 2008, Girls Aloud had enjoyed phenomenal success in the UK. The girls saw 4 of their albums go platinum and broke a music industry record when 17 consecutive singles made the UK top 10. On top of this, she had a massive solo career and is beloved across the UK, and it turns out she was extremely close with her bodyguard. The 6'3" bodyguard told reporters Cheryl was more than a client. "I saw her almost like a little sister. She wanted me there as her witness in March in Los Angeles when she signed her divorce papers. She and I spoke a lot about the pain her husband caused her, and I didn't want to see her hurt again." Craig's year with Cheryl, who has now vanished entirely from public life, gave him an unrivaled insight into her world. However, things ended badly when he claimed that she hadn't paid him for $70,000 worth of services. Kim Kardashian was born and raised in Los Angeles, California. She is the daughter of Robert Kardashian, an attorney who received much attention during the O.J. Simpson trial in the mid-1990s. After her parents divorced, her mother married Bruce Jenner, the Olympic athlete. Kim grew up with money and was friends with Paris Hilton and the rest of the LA socialites. After the popularity of her show Keeping Up with the Kardashians was established, Kim married Kanye West and became one of the biggest celebrities in the world. Obviously, she needs a bodyguard more than most, and this became apparent in 2017 when Kardashian was robbed at gunpoint. According to reports, as many as 5 armed men disguised as police officers stormed a luxury residence containing Kardashian in Paris's 8th arrondissement at approximately 2:30 a.m. local time. The gunmen were said to have held up the nighttime security guard, then forced the guard to grant them entry into Kardashian's apartment. Kardashian was then left bound and locked in the bathroom while the robbers made off with jewelry valued at approximately €9 million, including a €4 million diamond ring. While the Keeping Up with the Kardashians star still suffers from post-traumatic stress disorder, her ex-bodyguard continues to face the legal implications from the incident. He was sued for $6 million for not preventing the harrowing crime. Also known as Tekashi 6ix9ine, New York rapper 6ix9ine, born Daniel Hernandez, takes a hyper-aggressive approach to delivering his often violent rhymes. His controversial public persona is characterized by his distinctive rainbow-colored hair, extensive tattoos, public feuds with celebrities, and legal issues. In 2018, he was arrested on racketeering, weapons, and drug charges, for which he pled guilty in 2019 and is facing a possible 47-year prison sentence. But before he was put behind bars, he had an extensive squad to keep him safe. Back in 2018, during a 10-day visit to LA, he hired a gang of bodyguards, racking up a tab of $97,165 with 2 different security companies. The armed guards reportedly hovered around the rapper with round-the-clock protection, as well as 3 bulletproof SUVs during the Bushwick-born star's time in the City of Angels. And his bodyguards have not avoided legal trouble. After the rapper was arrested, one of his bodyguards was charged with illegal gun possession, for which he received a short sentence. But then in August 2019, another bodyguard was sentenced to 62 months in prison for his admitted role in a shooting at an Upper East Side restaurant. In the meantime, 6ix9ine is in prison, awaiting his trial.